Do you guys ever feel like you want to get a gaming laptop or a gaming PC, but you're in medical school and you want to tell your parents, yes, I want this and I like gaming, but you feel like they're gonna say no, because in the end they'll be like, you're in med school, you're a med student, like, what do you need this for? You don't have time to game, you have only time to study and have time to treat patients. Well, have I got the right solution for you? Now, recently we have been introduced in the hospital I'm working at, which is the Ramble Hospital. They have, in my teaching, wow, I am rambling on, I should really just get to the point. They have VR teaching. What is that? Well, they have simulated scenarios. You put the headset on, you go into a separate gaming world, you have the two handles, and you have a patient in front of you. Now picture this. You want a gaming laptop, or you want a gaming PC, and now you have the perfect argument as to why I should get one. It will make you a better doctor. So how does it make you a better doctor? VR, right? VR is expensive first and foremost. You have to get a separate headset, but also, how are you going to convince your parents that pretending to be a doctor in a video game is actually useful for your medical education? You can just tell them, well, medical schools use this specific app and they use it to teach the medical students how to become better doctors. It could work. If medical students do it, if medical schools do it, why shouldn't you do it? Why shouldn't your parents let you do it? So this is what I actually did recently, and in my hospital, as I said, we did a VR session. Virtual reality is what it is. If you don't know what virtual reality is, it's when you have these massive goggles that you put on your head and they put you in a 3D world, and you have two handles, and if you're smart enough, you don't trip over and crack your TV or something. You realize you're in a separate world, not in the real world. And what it is an app that you use on the computer. It's sort of like a medical, I forgot the name for it. Give me a second, let me find it for you lot. Oxford Medical Simulation. But what it is like an official medical game. You have a patient, you have a nurse with you, you're the doctor, you have the patient on the obs, and you have a trolley full of ABG and venous stuff and whatever. Then you got a trolley of medication, then you've also got a computer, and then you can do whatever you want with the patient. This is very straightforward. All you have to do is take the history from a patient, and you have the options of which history to take. Talk to the nurse can do some procedures, and then you can also order some examinations such as ECG or bloods and blah blah blah. Well, this is kind of awesome because what it does, it's not like a real life situation where you have to rush around and then not everything in the click up position. So in this game, everything you click on the computer, it'll give you a drop down list of everything you need. In real life, you have to rush around and figure out what the hell you're looking for or where the hell to find it. But this is where the game is good and how you can convince your parents that it's actually useful for your medical education. Yes, the game isn't realistic, but what it does is drill into your brain the steps you need to take when you see a patient with a certain presentation. And also it helps you, because it's only 15 minutes, you only have 15 minutes to treat a patient, when in reality you have more than 15 minutes. It helps you become more smooth and pressure yourself into a time pressure situation. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Abdullah, it's a VR game, it's a medical VR game. Yeah, it sounds awesome. You played it. Was it actually useful? And in my opinion, yeah, it was. Because everything that I've been learning in medical school in terms of going to placement and seeing patients, that actually was useful in terms of learning what to do. But you're not going to see each patient every time you go to the hospital. You're not going to see, maybe you won't even see a patient with certain presentations at all until you graduate. Now what this game does is take what you've learned, and maybe you won't see it again in the hospital, but you'll see it again in the game. And you want to practice these clinical skills, or you want to practice how to treat a patient with, let's say, a pneumonia because they have HIV, so it could be fungal pneumonia from having a cat. These scenarios, they have it all there. And if you want to practice it, there you can. You can practice weird conditions that you will barely see ever in the future. But I just find it awesome, I just find it awesome that we've taken gaming computers and now use it to actually learn. I just find it awesome how technology is going so far that it's advancing medical learning and medical training. And I just find it awesome how we can use this as an excuse to tell our parents, I want to buy a gaming PC or a gaming laptop, because it's actually really useful. I'm not gonna lie. When I did it, so I did it a couple days ago, I'll admit. And when I did it, I felt like I was applying so much knowledge from what I learned in the hospital, yet at the same time having so much fun. Because it's a game, it's not as stressful as seeing an actual patient, but even though you're drilling yourself the process of when you see an actual patient, it just felt calming and relaxing, like you're in your own world where you pretend to be a real doctor instead of a medical student. And I would highly recommend, if you get an opportunity in your medical school, to try it out. And if you want to buy an Oculus Rift and the gaming laptop, except the games are expensive, they're probably like £30 each, do it. Honestly, it's one of the best experiences I have ever. And it was kind of funny because when I did it, I was following the steps, and then my friend who hasn't been doing medicine for quite a while, he was like, he seriously said to me, because he intercalated, he said to me, bro, I was just button mashing like in a fighting game, and I couldn't stop laughing. So that's it. It's a fun way of not just practicing, but it's a fun way of also making medicine learning fun. You know, you don't have to get it right. It's not like a question where you get it wrong is bad. You know, you can restart these scenarios and actually have proper fun. It's a lot of waffle that I just said here, but honestly, VR teaching in medicine is the future. So I hope to see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, buy yourself an Oculus Rift and gaming laptop or PC. I got a laptop now, so I just keep on saying a lot of laptops. Before I used to have a desktop, so don't kill me.